Wednesday, October 8, 2025. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome to today's edition of the 6 p.m. English newscast on DBS television. We now take the headlines. The city of Douala is buzzed with an electrifying energy as citizens flocked to secure their voter cards in anticipation of the pivotal October 12 presidential elections. At various Elekam branches, a palpable sense of enthusiasm filled the area. The atmosphere was tinged with the tension of long lines and rising impatience. And that's our lone headline. Stay tuned. We will be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I am Rugiato Buba, and now the news info. A seminar has recently been held in the nation's political capital, Yaoundé, aimed at addressing the heavy reliance on chemical inputs in agriculture and its negative impacts for human health. Despite the availability of local organic fertilizers, there is a growing interest in transforming to organic farming. Our Center Regional Correspondent Yasmin Yakubu reports.
With the objectives of implementing strategies for effective control of the use of agricultural chemicals in order to improve productivity, protect human health and the environment, and also manage conflicts related to their use, the institutional and private sector actors has organized a joint seminar in Yaoundé on mechanism for regulating chemical input and promoting organic input.
Nous pensons que jusqu'à maintenant, il y a un certain désordre en termes d'utilisation, en termes d'importation, en termes de mise à disposition des intrants chimiques, et ce qui est nocif pour la santé des utilisateurs, des consommateurs et même pour la santé de l'environnement. Il est donc important pour contribuer de manière efficace à la transition écologique de pouvoir mieux réguler les importations des engrais chimiques, mieux réguler leur utilisation par les producteurs et à la rigueur, et c'est ce que nous voulons d'ailleurs, promouvoir l'utilisation des intrants organiques pour promouvoir l'agroécologie et la culture biologique.
Studies has also proven that series of problems of chemical inputs such as environmental degradation, soil compaction, reduced fertility, biodiversity loss and also human health.
Nous avons réalisé une étude sur l'impact négatif des intrants chimiques sur la santé humaine et l'environnement au niveau du CIPCRE, et nous avons été choqués par les résultats parce qu'en fait, tenez-vous tranquille, il y a une utilisation non seulement massive mais incontrôlée des intrants chimiques par les utilisateurs sur le terrain. Et plus de 90% des utilisateurs ne lisent même pas la notice. Ces utilisateurs dans les champs ne savent pas comment utiliser le matériel de protection qui est à la base de l'utilisation des intrants chimiques. Et vous pouvez imaginer l'impact sur leur santé, l'impact sur le produit, parce que lorsque un produit est homologué, les indications sont claires quant à leur utilisation. Nous avons même constaté qu'il y a des produits chimiques interdits qui sont toujours utilisés au Cameroun.
Also, farmers and agricultural workers face risks of skin rashes, respiratory issues, eye irritation, and other acute symptoms for direct exposure to chemicals.
Douala, the Logbaba neighborhood in the Douala 3 municipality has witnessed an unusual surge of activity as citizens rush to obtain their voter cards ahead of the October 12 presidential election. Our reporter Ashley Johnson was on the ground and now reports.
A long line stretches for dozens of meters in front of the Elekam office. More than 100 citizens arrived early, national ID cards in hand, eager to secure their voter registration cards ahead of the upcoming elections. The enthusiasm is palpable as residents settle in for the wait, determined to exercise their voter right.
Moi, ça fait 4 fois que j'arrive ici, il y a le monde, il ne parvient pas un vieux comme moi de me mettre debout. Heureusement, on a trouvé où à s'asseoir. On doit récupérer nos cartes depuis le matin à 8h. On attend qu'à 13h qui arrive, là, on ne le reçoit pas. On ne sait pas comment faire. Et il faut la carte là, parce qu'il faut automatiquement la carte là pour le laisser.
Je ne sais pas pourquoi elle est quand même si mal organisée pour la distribution des cartes d'électeurs. Depuis cette heure que je suis ici là pour retirer ma carte d'électeur. Et ma motivation, c'est le changement. Tant que je n'ai besoin de changement, nous souffrons trop. La jeunesse camerounaise souffre tellement.
Despite delays and the slow pace of processing, citizens remain committed. Some even say they are willing to spend the night outside the office to ensure they receive their cards in time.
Même si vous attendez toute la journée, l'essentiel c'est d'atteindre l'objectif de rentrer avec sa carte d'électeur.
This surge in the removal of voters' cards highlights a strong desire among Cameroonians to participate in shaping their future. As the election date approaches, the determination of these voters is a clear sign that they are ready to make their voices heard.
The ruling CPDM party gathered its supporters and sympathizers at Bonanjo in the Douala 1 municipality for a vibrant campaign rally marked by strong messages of unity and determination. Party leaders urged militants to turn out massively to secure a resounding victory for their candidate, President Paul Biya. Rashan Difonga reports.
Powerful words were directed at the CPDM supporters and Cameroonians at large during a campaign rally held at the party's headquarters in Bonanjo, Douala 1. Party members and sympathizers turned out in great numbers, determined to secure a landslide victory for their candidate, President Paul Biya, on October 12.
Votre présence vient rehausser et encourager, nous encourager à porter très haut notre engagement de la victoire du 12 octobre.
During the campaign, Jean Kwete, serving as president of the National Campaign Commission for the CPDM candidate in the October 12 presidential election, did not hold back from pointing an accusing finger at the various contenders in the race.
Nos concurrents et adversaires déambulent ça et là avec pour unique argument, comme il a été dit tout à l'heure, la critique du gouvernement et de la gouvernance, promettant monts et merveilles à une population légitimement avide de réalisation, car le principe de non-satiété habite chacun de nous.
A call for civic responsibility was also made, urging all party militants to turn out massively at the polls on Sunday and cast their votes for the CPDM candidate.
As the electoral campaign nears its conclusion, the CPDM team in Garouatu municipality are reflecting on their progress. Dr. Amadou Sardauna, president of the municipal campaign committee, held a press conference recently to commend party members' commitment and strong support for the CPDM candidate. Again, the Ajay reports.
As Cameroon's October 12 presidential election draws near, the CPDM campaign in Garouatu is stepping up its final effort with confidence and determination. On Tuesday, Dr. Amadou Sardauna, president of the Communal Campaign Commission, held a press briefing to take stock of progress and outline the party strategy for the coming days. During the briefing, Dr. Amadou praised the dedication and discipline of the party members, highlighting the strong support of local residents for the CPDM. He emphasized that this backing reflects trust in the accomplishments of President Paul Biya in the North region and the party's ongoing work at the grassroots level.
De notre campagne dans la circonscription de Garoua 2e. Le président de la commission de communication vous en a parlé. L'objectif c'est quoi? C'est de rendre clair les directives que la commission a données aux responsables des zones. Le deuxième élément, c'est assurer une campagne coordonnée, méthodique et proche des populations.
In recent weeks, the campaign has intensified its outreach through door-to-door visits, awareness caravans and rallies, reinforcing connections with voters and promoting the party's vision for development. These engagements, Dr. Hamadu noted, have strengthened community ties and encouraged active participation in the electoral process.
Trois axes majeurs, la mobilisation de proximité, la communication active et le suivi évaluation permanent. Concrètement, la campagne est divisée en 10 zones, couvrant tous les quartiers de Garoua 2e qui a 47 présidents de comités locaux de campagne. Chaque zone dispose d'un responsable désigné, d'une équipe et d'un calendrier précis. Nous privilégions une approche porte à porte parce que c'est ça qui a été recommandé par le comité central.
Looking forward, the CPDM plans to consolidate its achievements and step up initiative aimed at local development. With stability, experience and continuity as guiding principles, the party remains committed to bringing its message to every part of Garoua 2. As election day approaches, Garoua 2 prepares to cast its votes with a campaign team projecting calm, focus and determination.
I will now take you to Mifi, where LECAM officials are on ground to ensure proper arrangements 4 days before the country's presidential elections. Members of the LECAM Electoral Council are holding meetings, working sessions with representatives of each presidential candidate. Again, their joy once more.
With just days left before Cameroon's October 12 presidential Elections Cameroon teams are carrying out final field assessment to ensure smooth voting operations.
D'abord, si tout le matériel électoral est disponible dans les démembrements d'Elections Cameroon.
In the West Region's Minfi division, officials meet with representatives of various candidates to review preparations and address minor issues that had arisen. The discussions helped clarify certain misunderstandings and strengthen confidence among stakeholders.
Tout se passe bien sur le terrain actuellement.
While satisfaction levels differed among party representatives, the electoral board confirmed that the final voters list is now available. However, statistics reveal that many voter cards remain uncollected, a concern as the country prepares to head to the polls on October 12, 2025.
Paul Biya, CPDM candidate, visited Marwa in the Far North region, capturing the headlines of Cameroonian newspapers this October 8, 2025. The press highlighted its commitment to a united Cameroon, his 8-term ambitions, and the strong support he garnered from the local population. Ashley Johnson reports.
The visit of Paul Biya, CPDM candidate to Mara in the Far North region, has dominated the Cameroonian press, capturing both attention and headlines. Cameroon Tribune hails the visit as a sign of the future of greatness, highlighting Paul Biya's determination to continue building a united Cameroon. Echoing this optimism, Mutation focuses on his 8-term ambitions and the high hopes tied to the societal projects presented by the outgoing president. On a more combative note, Grand Titre spotlights the promise of the final battle, framing the visit within the broader context of the campaign's decisive moments. Emergence adds perspective by reflecting on 43 years of power, noting that Paul Biya's promises continue to shape the political landscape in Mara. Local influence is not far from the spotlight. Le Bélier emphasizes the role of Manauda Malashi, who has energized the capital of the Far North, with the city reportedly ablaze for Paul Biya. In a similar vein, Cameroons News details how Dr. Manauda Malashi galvanized crowds, leading the Paul Biya movement all the way to the station, portraying a visit that sparked jubilation across Mara. Highlighting the city's symbolic significance, La Riposte describes Mara as the capital of trust, where Paul Biya ignited the flame of renewal. L'Équation underscores the reassurance the president brought to the populations in the Grand North, while L'Indépendant frames the visit as a sacred pact of trust between Paul Biya and the Far North.
Election campaign is in its peak, with each candidate trying to woo as much voters as possible. In the follow report, our reporter Mange Venasius raises an issue that is so disturbing, calling for the attention of everyone: the destruction of campaign materials. What does the law say about that? He reports.
As campaigns for the October 12 polls heighten across the country, disturbing images have been circulating on social media, pushing many to wonder if this is sheer provocation or ignorance on the part of the authors. It started with this man, seen clearly tearing apart the image of a candidate in this election. Whatever the motives he is altering behind, there is no justification to such an act. Then, these young men equally pulling down the campaign material of a political party. Legal instruments like Section 122 and 123 of the Penal Code expressly cover the destruction and sabotage of election materials, with penalties including detention and fines. That such acts are highly criticized even by the candidate these Cameroonians are surely campaigning for is no longer a secret. To hold this assertion high, one would expect to have support on criticizing such act of vandalism, but when this comes in, it waters down whatever argument one could have. One thing that stands clearly is that what is bad and should be detested, no matter from where and from who this may be coming.
And we now talk sports. Cameroon strengthened its bid for a place at the 2026 FIFA World Cup with a 2-0 victory against Mauritius this Wednesday, October 8, 2025. Goals from Vincent Abubakar and Brian Mbeumo sealed the win. Our sport lady Rashanti Fonga reports.
The indomitable Lions of Cameroon recorded a crucial 2-0 victory over Mauritius this Tuesday in their 9th match of the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. The win, played at the Côte d'Or National Sport Complex, was a much-needed boost for Marc Brice and his men, who are determined to secure a spot at the next World Cup. From the opening whistle, Cameroon imposed its rhythm on the game, controlling possession and dictating play. The breakthrough came midway through the first half when Muminga Maleu converted a precise pass inside the box. Mauritius struggled to respond as the Cameroonian midfield dominated, both physically and tactically. In the second half, Cameroon continued to press high, and the effort paid off when Brian Mbeumo doubled the score with a clinical finish, sealing the victory. Despite a few late attempts by the home side, the Lions' defense held firm to keep a clean sheet. This result consolidates Cameroon's position among the top contenders in the qualifying group and restores confidence after a series of mixed performances. With momentum back on their side, Marc Brice's men will now look ahead to the next decisive fixture, where another victory could bring them one step closer to securing their ticket to the 2026 World Cup.
And it is with that note that we wrap today's edition of the 6 p.m. English newscast on DBS Television. Do not go away. Katin Nanjo will be at your service at exactly 7:45 p.m. with the news in French. Until then, goodbye.